cold and frosty this morning. I quite like these frosty cold mornings. Generally get more work done than when it's wet. My first job today is to let these chickens out. Surprising how much mess 6 chickens can make. Just for the winter I've fenced this area off. Just to give this area a bit of a break from the chickens, let the grass grow out. And there's some daffodils starting to grow here as well, so it'll give them a little bit more of a chance to grow. So probably in the spring I'll let the chickens back in here. They don't really need the grass at the moment. The grass is good for the chickens, but they're not really laying much in the winter anyway, so as long as they've got some good food, that's the main thing. You see chickens outside like this, it makes you realise that it really isn't natural to see them in cages. And I feel like a bit of an hypocrite because I used to work on a poultry farm for years when I was younger, and they were all caged hens, but when you're younger you don't really think about it too much, just trying to earn some money. But yeah, now I'm a bit older, I don't think I could ever work in a factory farm again. Still got quite a bit of food left from yesterday, but I'll top that up. I've got a mixture of corn in here and Lay's pellets. I'll kind of mix it up a little bit. But when I let the chickens out in the morning, they're more interested in finding bugs than eating this food. They do like to have a bit to peck at, including the squirrel, unfortunately. I haven't seen him for a while, but comes in here sometimes and helps himself. So this is what they like doing in the morning, having a little scrat around. Come on, hello, hello. Sometimes when you see what they're eating, it kind of puts you off the eggs a little bit, really. I can't believe some of the rubbish they eat. Bits of stone, bits of sawdust. What they really like, they love rice, cooked rice, and rice noodles. I think they think the rice noodles are worms. They really love them. My dad will lock these back in this evening. We have a rule, me and my dad. If he comes up here at night and the chickens are still out, he puts them in at night. Make sure the fox don't eat them. I keep looking at this wood thinking I've got to cut it up at some point. So here's a project I started yesterday. There's quite a lot of rubbish in that here, so I've moved it across to this side. And what I've done here, I've took all the old guttering down, which wasn't working very well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some new guttering up today. And what I want to do, I want to start harvesting the rainwater, so we're using less tap water up here. Because my plan is, at some point, is to get either a large greenhouse or a polytunnel in here. And I want to do this before spring starts. And the main reason I want to do it really is so my wife can enjoy growing tomatoes and different vegetables in it. At the moment we've been using my dad's greenhouse. That's my dad's greenhouse over there. It's good for getting seeds going, and you know, there's a bit of space to grow tomatoes, but by the time you've got a few plants in there, the greenhouse is pretty full, so we do need some more space. And also, if I can harvest more rainwater, we can use it for this vegetable patch as well, because we've had some really dry periods in the summer. Anyway, the plan is to get a ICB tank. I've been looking at a few on Facebook Marketplace and also eBay, and they're not that expensive actually. You can pick them up sort of between 30 and 60 quid if you don't mind second-hand ones. I think the brand new ones can cost up to £200, but I think they've already got taps fitted and everything. Yeah, so the idea is to use all the rainwater that comes off this one side of the shed, and it will go into the guttering and come along here, and then I'm going to connect the end of the gutter, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that at the moment. I might use 50mm pond piping and connect it that way, but what I'm going to do first is put the guttering up and then get the ICB tank, and the ICB tanks contain 1,000 litres of water. But I want to do, but I think 1,000 litres is going to be enough for this year. But in the future, if I start using a lot more water, I could still put another ICB tank on top. So my plan this morning really is just to get the new guttering up. So I'm going to get my truck out and go and get some guttering now. What I've done first is fitted a bracket to this end and then attach a string line and just put a screw in the far end where the outlet's going to be, and just wrap the string line around it. And what I've done is put a spirit level onto the string line. What I want to make sure is that the that end isn't lower than the outlet end, because obviously we want all the water to be rolling towards the outlet. I think if the string line is level, that's okay, because the water will still find its way to the outlet, but a slight slope is going to be better. And what I found at the moment is that the outlet end is actually higher than the opposite end. So what I'm going to do is lower the screw up there, so the bubble on the spirit level comes more towards the line on the right hand side. Hope that makes sense. So I've just lowered the string line on that end, and this is where the bubble is now. Because the bubble's still close to the left hand side, that means it's still a little bit higher. So I'm just going to drop it a little bit more, and hopefully the bubble will be a little bit closer to this line on the right hand side. Okay, I've moved that screw down a little bit, and it's pretty much level now. The bubble's slightly on the right hand side, so that means that side is slightly higher. But even if it's level, I think the water will run down into the outlet. So yeah, I'm happy with that now. Time to start putting the guttering up. So obviously I want to do as less cuts as possible and use whole lengths if I can. It's a bit different to putting up against a house. I'm limited on where I can fix it. The way it looks when it's finished isn't that important, as long as it does what it needs to do. The string line really is going to get in my way, so I'm going to put a pencil line where the string line is now, so when I'm putting the fixings on, I can just use the line. I've now worked out where I need to join the guttering and fitted the brackets. 3-4 metre lengths nearly did all this, but I bought an extra piece just to make sure I had enough. But truth is, I probably only need another 2 foot, so I didn't really need all of this. I might have been able to have found a bit of scrap guttering somewhere, but you know, it's just the way it goes, isn't it, sometimes. Better than being too short. So now I can work out how many supports I need now, but I can utilise the rest of these pieces of timber just to add a bit more strength. Without them, obviously it's just going to sag in the middle, so I can get 1, 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because I'll have 2 there in between that length, 2 there in between that length, and 2 there in between that length. I think that'll be good enough for the job I need to do. It's not a house at the end of the day. You know, if I was doing this more professionally, it'd have to be a tidier job. The main thing is all the water's going to go in one direction, and it's all going to come off the roof straight into the gutter. So I think I'll nip off in the van and get them now. I've screwed all the fittings in now, using the pencil line as a reference, and now I'm fitting the gutter in. Okay, phase 1 done. The next thing I need to do now is get the water container. I'm going to get that first so I know what the fittings are like, and then work out how to connect it to the outlet there. Good thing now, the water isn't just going to be landing along here. In the long term, it can't be doing this wall any good down here. Also, I like to keep my ladders along here as well, so it's going to stop all the water landing on the ladders and stuff. So when we pick them up in the morning, they're going to be a bit drier.